I'm trying to. Okay. You actually click these end parts to make them smaller or larger or whatever. That'll be that. And now what I normally do as well is after I slice it, I go to this. Make sure you just highlight it like this. If it's not, then it's not highlighted. All right, like this one is just a blue line. It means it's not highlighted, so it's not selected. So you want to go to here or whatever you're slicing, and you make sure you see the orange line. And we just highlight it. Then I would right click and I go to edit slice options. Okay. Now what I do, which helps me out a lot, is go to my alternate tag. That's basically just giving my slice a tag saying what it is, saying for when I want to go back and add something to it, so they can be like, oh, that's what it is, right? So this is what we're gonna do. I can go just looking at this, and I know this is the top banner. All right, so it's gonna be the top banner. Don't want any cap. Top banner. Excuse me. All right, then we're gonna go here, and I like to zoom in on these boxes because I don't want to get these boxes wrong and have my text just looking crazy. So I go to the corner and I actually drag, and I move the screen with it, and I drag again to just to the edge of the box where it's supposed to be, where I want my text to be. Right, and then I can still, make sure I go up and down, make sure it's all around it like I want it to be. And then you right click, edit slice options, and then this is what I would type in would be about me text. Alright, and we just zoom out again. I don't mean to zoom out that much, but it's fine. Also, what else? Like if you have like these title bands, I usually do these because they're easy for me to when they pop up, so that way they won't look all weird. You can actually move these up and down with your up and down arrows. So that's what I'm doing right now. It doesn't really matter. It's not gonna be perfect. Okay, then right click that. Sometimes some people, I haven't really seen. I used to do this when I was starting. It's not the best idea because it takes up too much time. But some people actually go and write down each of these numbers on a piece of paper, and then they put what it is, which that's what the alternate tag's for. Okay, so it saves you time by doing the alternate tag, rather than instead of say you go to this and then say you finish slicing everything, okay, and then you want to know where your about me image is, but you can't find it because you didn't put the alternate tag on it, and you didn't write down the number. So now you're looking at this big everything, all this sliced file that's on your HTML screen, and you're just looking at it like, where's my about me? And so you might have to end up right clicking on it just to get the dimensions of it and all this stuff. So it's like a lot of work. So I try to refrain from doing that. I don't like. I'm really busy, so I don't want to spend too much time on a project where I could have had it done half the time by doing certain things. So it's like little things that you should just be aware of, so that way next time it'll be that much easier for you to go through them, and it won't take you as much. Clients also don't like to wait. So if you have a client waiting for, especially a div layout could take about a few days or longer. If you have them waiting for too long, then most likely they're not going to come back, and you don't want that. So I will call this about me. I would say title. Alright, and I don't really need this sliced. Okay, and I would go to her contact section, and just go right here and just slicing. Alright, edit, add button. Okay, and then go message button. Alright, now what I'm going to do is actually I'm going to go ahead and finish slicing up these images, and let you all finish slicing up your images as well if you are doing one at the same time as me. So that way when we come back, I'll actually just put this on pause for a little bit, so that when I come back my images will be completely sliced and we can just go from there instead of waiting for me to slice up all these images. But I just gave you the gist of it, and the basics on how to on the slicing part, and then we'll just come back and go to the other part a little later. All right. Okay, we're back. I finished slicing all my images. It wasn't a lot left, but I finished slicing them. As you can see, I got all my contact buttons sliced. I got my text boxes sliced. My title sliced. The design by is sliced. Got my top banner, and the bottom part is sliced. Okay, everything else you'll just pretty much see it. Once we're putting everything in. Here is something else I didn't mention earlier, but that you don't have to do, but it's a good idea for people who are just starting out with div layouts. Like if you go to say, okay, here's something else too. Say you go to a layout, or not a layout, you're doing your layout and you sliced it, right? And you want to go to one of these buttons, but they're not selecting. You click on them, they're not selecting, they're not selecting. Now, even double clicking is not even doing anything. So what I always do is I right click and it gives me this. And if I don't need it, I just click on the button. But what I was gonna say is that you can actually put in your URLs in here. Okay, like here's your URL box, and the Twitter. I don't remember by heart what her Twitter page is. I will actually put in. Let me find out so I can give her the credit that she needs. Alright, here she is. Okay, here is Dear Baby SODMG. Okay, this is her Twitter page that I'm on. What is her URL that I'll put for her Twitter? I don't want my own Twitter. Let me put it on hers. So here we go. Go ahead and put the URL in right there, like that. Okay, then we hit OK. All right, and that's basically it. If you really want to, we can go to her MySpace page as well. Okay. It's private, but we'll come back to that. I could have got the URL from there. Yeah, and put the same MySpace URL, but I think that's basically what that's basically what the div layout's for. So don't worry about that.